Welcome to What's Cooking with Paula Deen. Now, over the past couple of weeks, I have shared with y'all some footage that we shot when I was home for my best friend's mother's birthday, my class reunion. Well, the last part of our trip was I took Michael to River Bend. That place has so many memories for me. Some good, some not so good, but being a child and living out there, 95% of them were good memories for me. And it didn't resemble anything. The only thing that hadn't changed was that beautiful, beautiful river. There was no sign of ever being a motel, a skating rink, a swimming pool, a restaurant. The gas station that we lived in across the street from River Bend, nothing. Well, there was one thing that had not changed since I was last there, many years ago, was the Mitchell and Dougherty County line. It's a big concrete archway that you go under going from Dougherty to Mitchell County. And we lived just right past the Dougherty County line. But the river, it was just breathtaking, y'all. I can see my granddaddy down there now fly fishing, and my Aunt Trina and I would go down at the river and look for arrowheads. We found arrowheads all the time. But I don't know what I did with them. I hate that because they were very plentiful, y'all, on that river back in the 1950s. Oh gosh, I got so many stories that I could share. I remember one day Trina and I had been down on the river, and I took my glass fishbowl to collect my treasures in. And I went running up the steps to the restaurant and the swimming pool and skating rink. And I tripped and I fell on that step, and my fishbowl broke, and it gave me a very bad cut. I was probably about 4 years old, and we lived like 10 miles from the hospital. And my grandma sat in the back seat with me, Grandma Paul, and she helped my wrist so hard that my whole arm was bruised, but I had cut some pretty good arteries, and without my grandmother, I could have literally bled to death. Well, it was exactly 2 weeks later. She was out in the natural part of the yard, and she was cutting flowers with her butcher knife, and she was left-handed. And she went to cut and missed and cut the identical cut in the same identical place where mine was. And so it was another rush trip to the hospital. But I thought that was really kind of strange that within a 2-week period we were both cut the same amount bad as each other. So there's some very special memories, you know, just like y'all have in your childhood, if you're lucky enough to take a trip back into time and pull up all those wonderful memories in your head. You know, it's just good. Kind of feeds the soul, I think. So, here we are now, the third day. Are y'all ready for this? Yesterday was wonderful, but tonight is the actual reunion where we get a little bit dolled up and the band's gonna come out. So, but before I do all that, I've got a little work to do. The people at Modern Gas here in Albany carry my products. And so I told them that I would be delighted to come out there and have a meet and greet and a book signing. You know, there was one thing that I really wanted to do with Michael. And I wanted to take him to a place that was so special to me as a child. It's where I spent the first 10 years of my life. And it's really where it all started. And that was River Bend. So Michael, last night I appreciated you were so kind and so patient to me. I know it's so bad to have to go to a place like that where you know no one.
Well, believe it or not, I knew some people that had come to our house a few years ago, so some of them recognized me and come talk, but it was kind of exciting just to see you be Paula Hires for a little while and just and not have to pretend like you're somebody else or and be on all the time, and you could just be who you want.
Take a ride,
just
Michael.
who you wanted to be, and just who you are, you know.
Yeah.
So it was good to see you with all your buddies.
Well, you know, it's wonderful to just kind of step back in time just for a little while. I mean, it's not a place you'd want to stay because we've all evolved, yes, and have matured. Look at the pecan trees. Great time of day. The finest pecans in the world come out of this county. So, Michael, we're on US 19 right now. And it was called, what was it called? I can't remember. It had a nickname. Sunshine Parkway or something like that. But this was the only road from the north down to Florida. And if you went to Florida, you had to come down this road. You had no choice. And my granddaddy, when he built River Bend, he saw an opportunity to make the family a fine living by offering lodging and Grandma's wonderful meals. All right, now this was Plant Mitchell. This was the power plant.
Still
right
is.
Here. Well, I don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah, it still is.
But that was Georgia Power, and there was a neighborhood. All right, now see, we're coming up into the bend of the river, which is how River Bend got its name. You see that archway? It says Mitchell County, and River Bend sat right past the line. See Plant Mitchell. And just think, y'all, it all started here at River Bend. It all started at River Bend. All right, now here, oh look, River Bend. River Bend. And look, that was the service station right over there.
We have to go over
and there was a little pond right back there, and I'd go down to the pond, and one day I saw a piece of orange paper like comes on an Easter basket, and I went to pick it up, and it was a huge goldfish. It wasn't paper.
Did you get it?
No, he slipped away from me. Michael, this is where it started. I would be going into the men's nasty bathroom right here. And this is where we had to shower, in that old nasty bathroom.
Well, you should have went to the river.
I should have. And the cabin sat back there.
Where?
Right back there amongst all those trees. And the hotel was right there. Isn't it beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
It's breathtaking.
I want to go fishing.
Just breathtaking. Oh, Granddaddy. Granddaddy would stand out here, Michael. He was a fly fisherman like you wouldn't believe. Watching him fly fish was like watching poetry in motion. And, of course, Grandma was a fisherman from way back, and so was Mama and Aunt Peggy. But But you can see why I wanted to name our house River Bend.
Oh, without a doubt. This is just simply gorgeous.
Because it's just an incredible spot. And, I know that Bobby makes fun of me. But this is truly where it started. My first memory is here. It's incredible. I can see my granddaddy Paul right now out on those rocks.
Uh-huh.
Down the way, there's all those big, big rocks. And I can just see him fly fishing, standing on those rocks.
Did he have a boat, or did he just...
Oh, he had a boat, but no, he would...
River?
Yes, he would just walk out on those... What was that?
Little kids throwing rocks.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, this is gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous? Wouldn't you like to have a home sitting right here?
Yes, I really would.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I see a sign over there that says for sale.
It is. If I had money plenty, I'd buy it. But nobody uses US 19. We lived at River Bend until I was 10 years old. And my grandfather decided that it was time to move on, that US 19 was just gonna be a memory. It was the only highway that connected the north to the south. If you went to Florida, you had to go down US 19. And Granddaddy, he could see the handwriting on the wall because they were gonna build Interstate 75. And for some reason, whatever reason, they decided to place it in Cordele, Georgia, rather than Albany. And my granddaddy Paul was a smart man. He knew that the River Bend was basically gonna become not only just a memory for the town, but also a memory for me. So this truly is where it all started. So here we go, Michael.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
We're fixing to go up underneath the arch, see where it says Daugherty County?
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Well, thanks for sharing your
Michael.
childhood with me.
Oh, it's so wonderful. Michael, I hadn't been here, and it's got to be 40 years. It's got to be 40 years since I've been out here, and it was so wonderful to share this with you.
Well, thank you.
For you to be with me. Look at that beautiful river.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Incredible. Incredible. The space that you live in really affects the way you feel. So my first recommendation is start by updating your window treatments with Smith & Noble. Smith & Noble's beautiful handcrafted blinds, drapes, shades, and shutters are custom made just for you, and they offer different service options to fit your needs. To get started today, contact Smith & Noble to get my special limited time offer, 25% off on your window treatments, plus free design consultation. Create a space that you're gonna love. For details about my special offer, go to smithandnoble.com/Paula. That's smithandnoble.com/Paula, or call 1-800-659-3300. That's 1-800-659-3300.
Georgia. We've been watching you from day one, and we really appreciate it and everything you've done for us.
We love Paula Deen.
Great food, great tasting food.
Wonderful food. Hello, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Well, we get out to Modern Gas, y'all, and I find out that a lot of these people have been out there waiting since like 7:30 or 8 o'clock that morning.
Okay.
Do you like to cook, Miley?
He looks like Santa Claus.
He does look like Santa Claus, doesn't he?
You been a good girl? Listen to your mom and daddy? All the time? Good.
You know, that means so much to me. That those people give me their time. Because without those people, I wouldn't be here, would I? I just can't thank y'all enough for joining me in the celebration this weekend in Albany, Georgia, the place that I was born and certainly has a piece of my heart. And then after the book signing, I'm going home and I'm primping for the big dance tonight to finish off the celebration of our reunion, our high school reunion. And guess what? Y'all are not gonna be invited to the dance because some things need to stay behind closed doors.
Yes.
Bye, y'all. Thanks. Love and best dishes, y'all. So I have to say that the whole weekend was a huge success. The best part of the reunion was just being with my friends, my old friends, stepping back in time and just going back to those days where you lived under mom and daddy's house and you didn't have any worries. Of course, as a teenager, you think you do, but then you realize you had no worries. And your friends were everything to you. They were everything. And to just step back and remember all the great times we had and how much we all meant to each other was wonderful. It was wonderful. The question was proposed to me, y'all, was it different going back as Paula Deen or Paula Hires? I don't know. To me, I went back as Paula Hires. And you know what? I hope that my classmates did too. I hope I came back as Paula Hires. So I hope y'all enjoyed it because I really did enjoy sharing it with y'all. So until next week, you know I send you love and best dishes and best memories. The space that you live in really affects the way you feel. So my first recommendation is start by updating your window treatments with Smith & Noble. Smith & Noble's beautiful handcrafted blinds, drapes, shades, and shutters are custom made just for you, and they offer different service options to fit your needs. To get started today, contact Smith & Noble to get my special limited time offer, 25% off on your window treatments, plus free design consultation. Create a space that you're gonna love. For details about my special offer, go to smithandnoble.com/Paula. That's smithandnoble.com/Paula or call 1-800-659-3300. That's 1-800-659-3300.